My name is April, and I'm here today to show you how to crochet. Let's get started. To begin crocheting, you need to begin with a slip knot. One of the easy ways that I know how to do it is to lay your yarn out like this. Pick the end up, create a loop, and pinch it. Right here, I haven't twisted it or anything yet. It's just a regular loop. Pinch it between your thumb and forefinger. Take in the middle and then twist. So there's a twist happening right here. The tail will hang down. Stick your fingers in through the loop and pull this through. Pull on the tail a little bit and it cinches up. And then you can stick your hook in, pull the tail, and cinch it right up to your hook. That is one way to do a slip knot. Another way is to take it around a couple fingers, wrap it around like this, and then pinch it here, and come up through the back and pick up this thread piece here and then pull. And then that will give you your slip knot. I know there's a lot of different ways to do it, but those are my two favorites. Next, I would like to show you how I hold my hook. I like to hold my hook across these fingers, and right here between my pinky and my palm area on the outside, I like to pinch this here together, and it creates a very solid, strong hold. And I like to put my thumb on the loop. It goes up and down, so it doesn't slip off the hook. I like to just pinch it down to the hook itself. I found out a long time ago that that really helped me especially when I was first beginning, because the loop would slide off the hook. And I was trying to find a way to keep that from happening, so I ended up just putting my thumb on it and pinching it. It also helps with keeping tension, so your yarn isn't like this. Now, there are a few different ways to hold your yarn. I'm going to show you the two most popular ways that people hold their yarn. And you will just have to try and figure out which one will work best for you, and there's all kinds of ways to hold yarn. But right through the pinky, wrapped around the pinky, and then back up through here, and then like this. Right around your finger, this controls. When you open your hand, you can pull it easier, and then when you close it, it holds it tighter. So that would be a way to hold your yarn. You pinch this tail, and it helps create a nice little bit of tension right through here, and that's where you want it. You want it kind of tight, but not too tight. So you'd be holding your yarn like this. Another way to do it is to come up through here, wrap it around your finger like this, and then pinch. And then you can grab your yarn like that. When I was learning, those two ways did not work for me because, one, I didn't like to have the yarn wrapped around any of my fingers. It was uncomfortable and it would rub and make it red. Another thing is it made my yarn too tight to work with, and I couldn't control the tension very easily. So I came up this way. I'm sure other people have discovered this before. But what I do is I take the yarn and I just take it through my pinky and pinch. And then I take around this here and wrap it this way. See, pinched here, wrapped around here, and then I pinch right here, and then I have this to work with, like this. And then I could make it tighter by moving this up and down my finger, or by squeezing in between these fingers I could make it tighter, and then pull some more by letting it go, let it slide through at a tighter distance. I felt I had more control over the yarn when I held it like this. So that might be something that would work for you if all the other ways to hold the yarn hasn't really worked out for you. And there we go. That is a way to hold it. Next, I would like to show you how to chain. This is the foundation of your project. You will need to know how to chain. So, getting started, I am going to get my yarn here and pinch, wrap my finger around. I'm going to pinch right here with these fingers. Now, you don't want your slip knot to be really tight up against your hook. And that is because when you come back after you've done the chain through and you start doing your stitches, it'll be really hard to get your hook through if you made your chain too tight. Also, your project will start going like this, branching out like this, because this bottom row will be really tight, and then your stitches will be normal size and it won't give you a square. So try to make your starting chain loose. What you need to do is, after you're set up, try to keep your tension. Keep it so it's a little tight, not too tight. And you take your hook, wrap it around here, twist, and then pull through. That creates one. Now you scoot up and you pinch right there, right at the top of your beginning your chain. Go around, wrap it around, pull it through. That's two. Keeps going up, so you're holding close to the hook. I like to hold here, remember, I mentioned that before. So you wrap around and then pull, and you pull it through the loop. Now, most people have trouble with tension through here. It takes a little getting used to. But you can control how big you make your loop by letting it go through or making it tighter through here. You might find yourself readjusting your grip and how you hold your yarn and your tension a lot at the beginning until you get comfortable with it finally. But right here is how you chain. So when it says to chain 10, you'll do this 10 times. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See if you hold it like this. On this side of the yarn, facing you, wrap it around and then give your hook a little twist, enough to grab a hold of that. Pull a little bit so this opens up, so you're pulling up on this part, and slide it through your loop, and then that's your new loop, and then you do it again. And that's how to chain. And that creates your base, your foundation of your project. now that you have your chain of 10 stitches, when you get to the end, you want to turn. And if you want to keep 10 stitches, you're going to need to chain one more, because it's going to start going up. And then you're going to want to crochet in this stitch, in this chain. Now this will be the hardest row that you're going to have to do, because working your stitches inside of a chain is a lot harder than working your stitches inside of another single crochet. So don't give up if you can't get the chain very well. The rest of the project will be so much easier after you get this part done. But these are like little braids. What you want to do is take your hook and slide it inside of these two, right here and through the other side, like this. I'm trying to get it to match up so you can see it. These two. Wrap your yarn around the back, pull through, and then you'll end up with 2 loops on your hook. Pinch right here, pull that loop up a little bit more, wrap your hook around, twist, pull through both, and you have just made your first single crochet stitch. Hold that on there, go into the next same way. Some people will only go through 1 stitch on the foundation chain, but that was not the way I learned. I always learned to go through 2, so you go through this one and this one. Wrap it around the back, pull through, slide your hook up, you got 2 on there again. And you can cinch this one down by pulling up, pulling here a little bit, and then pulling up on your hook. And it helps cinch down this to make it a tighter stitch. Then you can wrap it around and pull through both. This is the start. You are beginning your foundation. What you need to do is repeat that all the way across. Now that you've made your way back across, you'll reach the end. You should end up with something like this. Now, when you need to go up and go back this way, you're going to need to chain to bring yourself up to that next row. Bam. That brings you up. Now some people will chain 2, which is okay, but I really don't like to chain 2 for single crochet because it creates a bigger hole at the end. There's holes in between each of these stitches, and I like a tighter project, so I will only chain 1 up. Now you turn your project like this, and now you have easier stitches. It'll be a lot easier to get through those 2 stitches now. See how it looks like a chain? But it's not really. Now, you pinch here, hold your loop. You don't have to hold your loop, but I do. And you can go right in the 2 really easily. Wrap around, pull through, and wrap around, pull through both. See that? Just worked a crochet stitch in there. It's a lot easier now to go through all of them. You go through both of these, right through those two. It's a different angle. Wrap it around, pull it through, so you got two on there. Make sure they're both about the same size, fairly tight, but enough for you to wrap this around, grab the stitch, and pull it through these two. And you continue that across. Go in the next stitch, in these two. Make sure you're grabbing both loops, both of these two loops at the top. Wrap your hook around, pull it through, and then wrap around and pull it through. It's easier if you keep it pinched here, so you're always working right close to your project. And this is how you single crochet.